Hey guys, it's your favorite mystic, the Siren Sims, and welcome back to my channel and a brand new video. Alright, so this one is going to be special. For this one, I'm starting a new series that is going to be Create a Sim Friends and Family Edition, where I make someone I know and put them in The Sims. So as not to dox them, I'm not going to show any pictures of what they really look like. I'm just going to try my best to make a Sims version of them and my version of their personalities. I'm also not going to ask them any specific questions of their personalities because it doesn't have to be very similar to them at all. It just needs to kind of look like them. So it could be like, hey, look at me, a sim. So this should be really fun. Right now I'm making one of someone I know, not really going to specify whether or not it's a friend or a family member. So that's what we're doing today with this video. So I came up with this idea because I wanted to make a really close friend of mine, a friend that I've had since day one. And since she, gave the okay, I'm kind of almost sure she's fine with me using her pictures on this thing, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna try and see how good I really am at this create a sim thing and see how closely I can make her with the dimensions she's gave me. But for this one, I'm using someone else that I know. She said I can use her, but I can't use her pictures, which very fair. So I'm going to be making her here. Now, while I was making her, the biggest issue I was having was integrating the right skin color and her facial structure. Now, The Sims 3 is definitely very good if you know what you're doing at making Sims that are super specific. However, if you don't know how to fandangle every little thing, you're gonna make things that look like they could be the cousin of the person you know, but not necessarily the twin. And I'm kind of trying to twin, but also not really. So while I was doing this, I had a lot of epiphanies because it kind of looked like her, but not really. But that's also fine because she doesn't really want herself out there like that. So as long as it's like, oh, cute, something that looks like me, but a little bit more glam. I'd also been watching Euphoria, so kind of been dressing people like they come out of that, but whatever, it's cool. So as I was here, we were looking at the skin tones. I have a bunch of them, and I was trying to fandangle it because she's not really dark skin at all. She is light skinned, but not super duper light skinned, not in a biracial type of way. However, I decided to nix that for now and work on the face as I had found a close enough skin color, and I'd go back to another skin color later. So as I was fandangling her face, it was difficult. She has a regular shaped head, definitely. She had even shown me her forehead for dimensions and everything like that. It was really detailed, and I didn't even really tell her to be too detailed, and I really appreciated it. If you're listening to this, happy belated birthday. This is my belated birthday present to you. Happy belated birthday. Also, the name I gave is kind of an alias as well. So happy birthday, Firefly. All right. She is an artist, so hopefully she'll see this as also my version of artistry. Um, we had met recently and become sort of online friends. We'll share memes together. We enjoy a lot of the same sort of similar stuff. We're not exactly alike. We definitely disagree on certain things on a fundamental level, but she and I, we're both believers in God. We're both artistic people that enjoy to have fun and enjoy seeing media. So it was pretty cool to make her here. Now, I might not talk about this in the entire time as I'm making it because that's not usually what I do. But at this point in time, I had fandangled the face as best I could. There was an issue with freckles because it was just there, and for some reason I figured it was there because of the default skin replacement I had in the game. But later on I realized it was base game freckles that got heightened because of the skin replacement that I had. When you have a very good skin replacement, everything just looks better. So I removed it at the end. So if you're watching this, please don't be like, hey, I don't have freckles. I know I got rid of them. I swear to you I did. I didn't show this, but also when I was playing, after I had made her. I was gonna make her and then just, delete her, but it turned out so cute. She turned out so cute. I was like, oh my god, wait. Don't tell me that even if I can't make them look exactly like my friends and family, I at least got new Sims that I can like throw in the bin and use when I feel like. Change up the names, change up the hobbies and stuff, and I got a brand new Sim with a hot look. Wait. So another part that was an epiphany for me is finding the right hair. She's doing braids, currently long braids, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I have different assortments of braids, but it didn't look exactly like her, and that was my epiphany. I couldn't find a way to just be okay with how she looked instead of just being all up in my head about making it look as much as like her as I could. And it's like, this is a simulation game. She's not going to look exactly like herself. Even when other simmers, they create their sim selves, I've done it before. I'm gonna do it again and make a video about it at some point, but like, they never really look exactly like you. The best you can hope for is that you'd be like, hey, this does kind of look like me. So I'm hoping when she sees it, she's like, hey, this looks like me a little bit. And I did a more, you know, fashionista, glammed up version of her. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. It was kind of difficult to find her clothing style. I will know that. I had an epiphany there too. I had a couple small epiphanies. It wasn't a big deal. I wasn't stressed or anything. It was just annoying because, I've been doing this for a while, so I figured once I had enough pictures and dimensions, I was like, okay, I can do this. But there's a lot to account for that The Sims 3 can't do, like specific body shapes. It can do a lot with that, but I would need a couple more sliders to get super duper specific. And the thing is, I don't really need to. It would be fun if a lot of those things were already in the game, but they're not. So it's fine. One thing I've come to do with this game is just to enjoy it as it is and enjoy what I have with it instead of feeling as though I need to add a bunch of things because other people have it, which is why you're not necessarily going to be seeing me doing a clothing haul or a hair haul or just a CC haul in general. It would have been probably nice if I had found a way to film myself going CC shopping before this, because I definitely did a big overhaul of things for women especially, which is why I have to speed up everything or else all of these would be like an hour plus because there's so much women's custom content that everything takes long to load, which is good because then it means all my videos can be above 15-16 minutes, which is what I want. I don't really want short videos, especially if I'm going to be talking over them. I want to have space to bring out a thought coherently or otherwise. So I definitely had a lot of options for the clothes, and that was a blessing and a curse. I had many different aesthetics. I'm really into the idea of aesthetics right now. So I was trying to figure out what her aesthetic would be. And even though she's an artistic person, she doesn't really follow the artistic person aesthetic in her real life. So I was just like, okay. After I got over that, I was like, okay, let me just fashion her the way I want to fashion her and that I think would be cute on her in her real life. So once I did that, I was fine with it. I did what I had to do. As you can see, I went from light academia, dark academia, cutesy girl, kawaii, cute nerdy, cute comfy, cottage core. There were even some gothic looks in there that could have been added. I tried not even to put the gothic items on her. You'll see like there'll be like 5 shirts put on her before I find the one, or 16 shirts put on her before I find the one. I just kind of avoided the gothic shirts because I don't really think that's her style. It could be, but as I said before, I didn't want to ask her what it was. I just wanted to give my artistic interpretation of what her sim self should look like. And if she wants to tell me what her style really is, then we can see if we can probably do a redo, like a guided version redo of Firefly with her interpretation of what she'd like to be dressed as. and even a guided version of what her personality is, because I picked her personality based off things that I always hear her say. She may agree with me with like 70% of what I put down in her traits, but there are a few that like I'm not sure of, because it's like I know this probably is what it is, but not completely. Because you know, The Sims 3, they have way more traits than The Sims 4, but it's kind of in like a, it's still kind of in a binary. So like they'll say one thing that might be accurate to you, but not in the full way. So like you're an introverted person, like you in general, but you're not a loner. But loner is the only thing you can put there that would make the sim in any way act like you. So you put that there. That's an issue I was having as well. There were certain things that I couldn't put there. So I know we're not there yet, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. So as I was dangling her outfit selection and her hair, I was going through a bunch of the braids that I had, and I was glad that they looked pretty decent on her, and I decided to go with a half up, half down bun do with two strands in the front. It's definitely something that's cute, right? I've never seen her do a look like this, but obviously it would look good on her. I was also really pleased with the facial dimensions. The good thing about trying to make someone realistic is that it takes you out of your creative comfort zones. In the other ones that you guys have seen me do, where I'm just making random people, I have definitely grown. I used to make Sims the same way every time and just switch up hairstyles sometimes, so it's usually the same five hairs no matter how much stuff I download. I definitely had a look. But since I have been doing my sim self and trying to make other sims, trying to be more diverse, it has made me make pretty sims, pretty sim build. It has made me make more pretty sims that are like out of the realm of what I would usually make. So it's like, ooh, this is pretty, but in a more exotic way. And exotic not meaning what exotic means in the real world, but exotic to me meaning different from my norm. It's like, oh, this is a look I never would have made before, but with everything I added on, this is really cute. You know, like, oh, I'd never use these eyes, I never use this nose, but if I tweak them a little bit, add freckles, add some glasses, this is really cute. Oh, I never use this face shape, but this hairstyle goes great with it. So definitely when I've been playing, I've definitely been growing with the way that I play personally as well. So as I was here trying to figure out her accessories as well, I decided to give her a bag. You know, put a bag on her when we were in accessories. Also, the shoes were a little bit difficult because the pants were hard to come across. I didn't want to give her a skirt because she doesn't strike me as a skirt person. So I gave her some cute black pants to go with the adorable shirt that she has on, because I've seen her wear things similar to this, but not exactly. Then I put on some boots because I feel like she's really a boots. She's a boots chick. As am I. So I did that. Also gave her a bit of a choker on the neck for the accessories because I will never in my life wear a choker, but I'll make my Sims wear chokers because I think it's cute. I never used to think it's cute. Hashtag growth. But I think it's cute now. However, I cannot wear them because I have a thing about things being around my neck. I absolutely hate it. It feels like I'm gonna die. So below the clavicle only. So I gave her a choker even though I've never seen her wear one because that's just the mark of a sim I made. And I also, you know, just tried to add some more to the eyelashes. As you can see by the face, I definitely tried to give her more of a bare look because she doesn't usually wear that much makeup, which is a good thing. It allowed me to get pictures of her that helped me to see her fresh bare face. So I tried to make her look as realistic as possible. It was also a struggle to find her eyebrows. I didn't mention that, but it took me a while. Thank God I had something similar to her eyebrows and everything started coming together. So I added a couple eyelashes because it's like maybe she won't wear makeup, but let's pretend that God gave us the eyelashes he gave men and push up her eyebrows a little, her eyelashes a little bit. So I did that. And I also added on some nails. All right, and gave her a phone in one hand, decided to remove it because I didn't want her to have too many accessories outside of Create a Sim, which possibly means that I was thinking about playing her even though I was planning not to. Whatever, I'll probably play her at a later date, not sure if I'm gonna film it. So, after that, we had the formal wear. The formal wear was easier to do, just a really cute black dress. I think I was planning to change the color, but I didn't. Like I said, if she has things to say, if she wants to review it, critique it, and say what she would have liked, if she liked what I did, but she wanted some colors changed, then I will actually do an update video, and that would be cool and interesting. So I gave her a cute strappy dress with some regular Maxis match shoes because the dress is so long, the shoes don't really matter, and I didn't really want to give her the super tall shoes either because they were clipping at the back. So I did that as well. Gave her some nails, gave her another choker, added a bunch more lashes in various layers so that way I wouldn't really have to add eyeshadow because her eyes just already looked pop. So I did that. And then after that, usually it's the formal and the everyday that takes the longest. After that, you just do everything else and it's simple. So we gave her a night outfit. I decided to give her the two-piece because my girl don't go to sleep in lingerie, not yet. That is reserved for her future husband. All right. So we're gonna give her a really cute two-piece there, no shoes. And then we also went towards the sports fit. I was going to try and give her one of the equestrian sports outfits I got because I got a lot of those, but then the outfit that just randomly generated was good enough, and I was like, let me keep that. Not even sure if she works out, but it's an element in the Sims, so you just keep that there. Swimming outfits. Now, this one I was a little bit scared of. I decided to give her a two-piece, but a really cute one with sleeves. You know, it's giving sexy modest, and we love that. So I did that as well. After that, everything was going pretty well, and then I decided to go back because I had finally realized what happened with her skin, and I removed the freckles, and I took a couple pictures while I was doing the everyday wears category and everything. And so I did that as well. Also, at one point during all of this, I did her personality. Now, we're probably not there yet at all, but I want to talk about it now. I I had to put dislikes children because that's the closest thing to her actual personality, which so happens to be that she doesn't want to give birth naturally. That's the extent of what I'll say, right? But there's nothing that specific in The Sims, as I was trying to say before. So all that you can put is that you don't want kids. You can still have kids with this on, which makes it as realistic as possible because, mistakes happen. People who don't like kids or don't want kids can end up having kids. Probably one of the most realistic parts of this game. So I put that there, but I would have liked it if they had something a little bit more specific. Of course, when you add more expansion packs, they have more specific traits, but I highly doubt that they have one specific to that. If they did, it would have been in generations, and that wasn't there, so it's whatever. I had a lot of fun making this. It was really cool and interesting. As I said before, I really didn't expect her to turn out the way that she did, and she looked even better in the game. I really should have showed you guys exactly how she looked in the game, but I didn't want to do that because I decided also to play around with the pose player and make some poses. Those pictures of which I will be sending to her so that she can have them because I would like that. So this is what I did. It's pretty good, and it's pretty good for the first installment of this Create a Sims Friends and Family Edition. The next one of this particular series I will be doing is a day one person of mine that I've known my entire life. I love her to pieces. She's practically my cheetah sister. Anybody who knows cheetah girls, I probably aged myself, but it's cool. So I'll be doing her next, and I'm kind of excited to do her. Another thing that's, hard to do with The Sims is like height. Height is hard. So, even though I'm probably the normal height of a Sim, other people are not. So, to anybody who asked me to do this for them, you're all gonna look the same in terms of height, unless I make you taller because you're a girl and I give you heels. So, that will be that for now. It's going to be showing you how I did the personalities, and I wanted that in a separate clip because I like when you select the traits, they do certain movements and they make, certain moves. Like if they say they're a thief, they'll make a stealing animation. It's cool. So I wanted her and you guys to be able to see how the Sims will act given the traits. Her lifetime wish, I just gave her a random artistic one because the one that relates to her is not there right now. I could add it in with a mod, but it's not able to be added there by the lifetime wish, so that was just random. Didn't know her sign, so I just rushed over that. Didn't want to give out too much of her business, but favorite color, music, genre, didn't do that. But I gave her a high class status by saying that her favorite food was lobster thermidor. Everything else was randomized. So I guess that would be all for The Sims 3 Create a Sim Friends and Family Edition. Pretty Sim Speed Creation. So this would be part 1. I really did enjoy this, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to hear me go through the process, the highs and lows, the epic highs and lows of this process. And I will see you in the next video. So please just have a great week, Simmies, and just listen to the rest of this music.